What's up, guys? Jorgen Dahl, Blake McDonald. We're here to introduce stand selection for our deer whitetail series. Blake's one of our whitetail guys here. He's going to kick us off, show us the map, how we selected before even entering the woods, to give you a high overview before you even go into their bedroom or into an area that you think would be good to hang a stand and get after some of those big boone crockets.
Alright guys, so right here is obviously all the acreage that we have to choose from. One spot that we've been honing in on, it's just down the ridge from one of our main stands we call Devil's Tower. We don't have a name for this one yet, but it's basically a slip right between the ravine where we want to go. The main reason why we're thinking about going here is because we have all the bedding right here. We have kind of like a micro food plot up in here. We have water, and then they tend to walk these ridge lines and the contour lines, whether if they're going north and south, or even east and west to dip going up to down. So right there for right now, that's kind of our game plan going there. And then pretty soon here we'll be in the woods, and then we'll give you some more in-depth definition on where we're going to hang and stand. Right now we're at where I pointed out on that topography map that we had back at Eric's house. So right now we're on the top of one of the bluffs that's going down towards the ravine. Then we have actually over there we have another bluff that comes up. So like I said, as of now we're kind of heading down towards the ravine, so we aren't really exactly where we want to be right now, but we're always still looking for trees, and we obviously have this reindeer trail, and deer obviously like to follow the trails. But so like for right now when I'm walking down, I'm looking for faded deer trails or even old mock scrapes and or rubs. So we're just going to walk a little farther down and try and check it out and see what we got. Real quick detail, like I said, top of the bluff up here, we have a stand up there called World War IV. Bottom of the bluff down here, which is probably about 40 yards, 50 yards down, give or take, we have a thing called Moose Valley, which would have been Moose Valley Success, but Jorgen missed a big buck there that we had named Moose. So right here we have a nice tree. Obviously it's going to take some trimming, but so some things I'm going to look for is your sunrise and sunset. So down here the sun sets in the west, so the sun's not going to hit you in the face because of the ridge. So you can face west because you don't want to get blinded, I guess you could say, by the sun. Then other thing is we have a lot of bedding down low, and like I said earlier in the video when we were at Eric's, they like to travel about 2/3 of the way up this ridge system from what we've noticed. So this tree, I mean honestly, it takes some trimming once you get up there, but this one, as we're looking right now, we aren't going to be looking up too high, but which is fine because a lot of this, as you can see, is going downhill into the ravine. So you may only be 10-12 feet up in this tree, but because you're going downhill, those deer are additionally looking 28 to 32 feet up from you because of the topography change in this ravine. And the biggest thing with me is, say if I'm hunting off of a trail for hanging a stand, some people try to get on the trail. Me personally, I feel the most competent where I can still comfortably move at 30 to 40 yards from a trail. So me personally, I like to stay borderline between that distance from the trail. Everyone has their own tips and tricks obviously too, but that's just me personally. So as you guys can hear, it's going to start to downpour. So long story short, this is going to end up being the tree that we're going to end up setting it up in. We're going to come back with a couple hand saws, chain saws, and some bow hooks that we're going to end up setting up, and that's going to leave it for a permanent set. This is going to be a set where we're probably only going to hunt in the rut just because of the access, the enter and access is so difficult. So with that being said, we'll come back in here tomorrow, maybe later today, and set it all up. But until then, we'll see you guys soon, and we'll catch you on the flip side.